Taking your years old. Okay, good. Let me stay here so they can use this time. Yeah, I don't hear anything out there. I don't hear anything. There's something. Yeah, as long as you can hear me, that means that they can reach it. Hear me now? Okay. All right.
Yo,
Yeah.
701.
They were asking something.
Do I have a question?
Is your mic on?
Yeah. So.
All right.
One juvenile, okay?
Hmm?
Like at first.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and go on the record. All right. Looks like we are on the record. Today is Saturday, January 31st. We're here this morning for Bay County first appearances. My name is Judge Dustin Stevenson. We'll go ahead and get underway at this time. Do we have I see Jonathan with us. We've got a couple of interpreter cases today.
We have one.
Oh, okay. Which one is that? 23? Is that who it is?
Yes.
Okay. You go ahead and start with him. Do we have anyone on from the public defender's office or state attorney's office today? Anyone on Zoom with us today? All right.
It doesn't look like either is on.
All right. Do we need to wait a few minutes to see if we can locate them or? Unusual for both of them not to be here. Matt, we're gonna go off the record for just a minute. I need to see if I can't locate a prosecutor and public defender first before we get underway, okay?
Yes, sir.
Just give me a couple minutes. We're gonna go off the record, okay? Does anybody have the juvenile first appearance number? I got an email about 2 minutes ago that we had a juvenile first appearance. I make no promises that we're gonna do it. When they come in that late, we may have to wait till tomorrow, but that could be where they are. I don't know. Well, if anybody's got the juvenile,
Judge, I have the number for the juvenile.
you might, is it possible for you to jump over there and just see if that's where they are?
Yes, I'll do that now.
Yeah, jump over there and see if that's where they are. And if they are, just tell them to come over here.
Okay,
And let's do the Bay County adult ones first.
okay, give me a minute.
Okay. Let her do it first. And yeah. Yeah, I looked at all this paperwork at home earlier this morning. I pulled it up electronically and just reviewed it all. Oh, was it good? Lori was talking about that. I mean, I don't really care too much about it, but Lori was talking about it this morning. Actually, she was saying that she wanted to see it. Cool. Yeah, what?
Okay, Judge, I just told him.
Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor. We were all waiting for you in juvenile, so we apologize.
Yeah, I had no idea that we had a juvenile. I didn't get an email until about 2 minutes ago, and so we'll have to do that one at the end. So Tracy, anybody else on besides you this morning?
I'm here, Your Honor.
That's three's on for the
Oh,
state.
okay. All right. I just didn't see you since you didn't have your video on, but all right, listen, let's go ahead and go back on the record and we'll get back underway now that we have y'all with us. All right, we are back on the record. We've got Ms. Bree Darling here from the State Attorney's Office, Tracy Ford here from the Public Defender's Office. It is January 31st, and we will move forward with our first appearances at this time. So the first one that we'll cover is number 23. That is Medina Perez David. Good morning, sir. My name is Judge Dustin Stevenson. Will you tell me your name, please?
Buenos días, señor. Yo soy Dustin Stevenson. ¿Puede decir su nombre completo?
José David Medina Pérez.
All right. Well, good morning to you. We're here today for your first appearance to set your bond on these charges.
Buenos días, señor. Estamos aquí para su primera comparecencia para fijar una fianza para las acusaciones que usted tiene.
As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged with 4 crimes. Domestic aggravated battery on a pregnant woman. That's a 3rd-degree felony, the way it's currently charged. Resisting with violence. That's a 3rd-degree felony, the way it's charged. Battery on an officer. That's a 3rd-degree felony, the way it's charged. And then battery on an officer or EMT. Also a 3rd-degree felony, the way it's charged.
Usted fue arrestado ayer por las siguientes acusaciones. Primero, agresión doméstica agravada hacia una víctima embarazada. Eso es un delito grave de 3er grado. Después, resistir a un oficial con violencia es un delito grave de 3er grado. Agredir a un oficial es un delito grave de 3er grado. Agredir a un bombero o técnico de emergencias médicas es un delito grave de 3er grado.
All right, sir, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you.
Señor, usted tiene derecho a guardar silencio. Tiene derecho a tener un abogado. Hay un abogado aquí para representarlo, entonces voy a asignar al abogado de oficio para que lo represente.
Before I set your bond today, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County, sir?
Antes de fijar la fianza, tengo que saber un poco más de usted. ¿Usted vive y trabaja aquí en el condado de Bay?
Yo tengo 5 meses que vine de Pensilvania. Me llamaron para trabajar aquí y yo no he trabajado durante 6 meses. Esa era la discusión de mía y de mi esposa ayer. Y mira dónde yo estoy ahora, sin trabajo. Debo la casa, debo tarjeta de crédito.
I've been here 5 months from Pennsylvania, and I came to work here, and that was the whole discussion or problem that I was having with my wife. I haven't worked in 6 months.
Okay. All right. Well, sir, in terms of your bond today, let me hear from the deputy about your criminal history, and then I will set that bond. Mac, do you have any criminal history for him?
Domestic aggravated battery, knew or should have known victim. That was yesterday. All this was yesterday. Resist officer, all this was yesterday. I see a 20 aggravated assault harassment. Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Hay antecedentes penales. Sí, veo que en el 2020 tenía una acusación de agresión agravada. Eso fue en Pensilvania.
All right. And sir, today, this is your first court appearance on these charges. Is that correct?
Señor, esta es su primera comparecencia en estas acusaciones, ¿correcto?
Sí, señor.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So on the domestic battery, on a pregnant person, your bond will be set at $5,000.
Muy bien, entonces en la acusación de agresión doméstica hacia una mujer embarazada, su fianza lo fijamos en $5,000.
On the resisting with violence, your bond will be set at $5,000.
En resistir con violencia, fijamos la fianza en $5,000.
On the battery on a law enforcement officer, your bond will be set at $5,000.
En agredir a un oficial de la ley, la fianza lo ponemos en $5,000.
And on the other battery on a law enforcement officer, your bond will also be set at $5,000.
Y también en la otra acusación de agredir a un oficial o bombero o médico, técnico médico, también estará la fianza puesta en $5,000.
If you make those bonds, you'll also report to the pretrial release office and be subject to their supervision.
Si usted llega a pagar esas fianzas, tiene que reportarse a la oficina de libertad previa al juicio y va a estar sujeto a su supervisión.
You must report to that program by 9 a.m. the next business day following your release.
Tiene que reportarse a esa oficina a las 9 de la mañana el próximo día, cuando usted sale de la cárcel.
You'll also be subject to random drug testing as directed.
También lo van a someter a análisis de drogas.
And importantly, I'm also signing a no contact order because of the nature of these charges. So you're ordered to have absolutely, positively no contact with the victim in these cases.
También, que es algo muy importante, estoy firmando un orden de no contacto. Entonces no puede tener ningún tipo de contacto con la víctima.
All right, your next court date on these charges, sir, will be February 26th at 9 a.m. February 26th, 9 a.m. Make sure to be in court at that time.
Muy bien, señor. Entonces, su próxima audiencia judicial en la corte será el 26 de febrero a las 9 de la mañana. 26 de febrero a las 9 de la mañana. Asegúrese de presentarse ahí en la corte ese día.
All right. We will see you February 22nd. Have a good day, sir.
Nos vemos el 26 de febrero. Ten buen día, señor.
Una pregunta.
I have
Okay.
a question.
Okay.
Yo me voy a quedar aquí preso hasta el 26 de febrero.
I'm going to stay here in jail until February 26th.
Unless you make bond, yes, but I have given you a total bond amount of $20,000 plus the other terms I announced. So if you make that bond, you can be released. If you do not make that bond, you'll remain in jail until that court date.
Sí, solamente si llega a pagar la fianza que recién acabo de mencionar. Es un total de $20,000. Tiene que cumplir con los términos que le acabo de explicar. Si llega a pagar la fianza, puede salir. Si no llega a pagarla, tiene que quedarse ahí hasta el próximo audiencia judicial.
¿Y de dónde yo tengo $20,000? Porque yo le estoy diciendo a él que yo tengo 6 meses sin trabajar. Yo debo 2 meses de carro, 2 meses de casa. Yo no tengo dónde caerme muerto. ¿Qué voy a hacer yo aquí preso? ¿Qué voy a hacer preso?
Yeah, how am I gonna find $20,000? I have 6 months without work. I am backed 2 months without paying
Talk
my
to the
car
bailiffs.
payment.
That's not a question I can answer, sir. Just talk to the folks in the jail, okay?
Habla con las personas ahí en la cárcel, señor. No puedo ayudarle con esa respuesta, señor.
Good luck, sir.
Buena suerte, señor. I think that's it, Your Honor.
Is that the only interpreter case?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Thank you, Jonathan. I
All right.
appreciate you.
Have a
as
good
always,
day.
my friend. You too.
Thanks.
Now.
Bye-bye.
See you. All right, and which number are we going to next?
Well, we're going straight down the list, sir. Number 1, all the way down.
Oh, okay, all right, easy enough then, easy enough. All right, ma'am, tell me your name, please.
Patricia Baumgartner.
All right, Ms. Baumgartner, good morning. My name's Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged with 1 count of domestic battery. It's a misdemeanor the way it's currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here for you today by video, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer throughout your case. Before I set you a bond this morning, ma'am, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County?
I'm disabled.
You're disabled? Okay. How long have you lived in the Bay County area?
8 years.
Okay. All right. And so when you told me you're disabled, did I take that to mean that you do not work because you're disabled? Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. I understand. That's perfectly fine. All right then. Deputy, do we have any criminal history available for her?
None, sir.
Okay.
The
no
battery
criminal-
just struck on the 29th.
Okay. All right, ma'am. With no criminal history on a charge like this, you're certainly entitled to a bond. We'll set your bond at $1,500. Your next court date will be March 6th at 8:30 a.m., March 6th at 8:30. So be sure to be in court in person here at the Bay County Courthouse at that time. Importantly, though, I want to emphasize to you one standard condition of bond, particularly in light of this charge. I'm also signing a no contact order, which means you are ordered to have no contact whatsoever with the victim in the case until further order of the court, okay? All right. You have any questions, Ms. Baumgartner? Any questions at all?
What do I do now?
What's that?
What do I do now? I just have to do it.
Giving you a bond of $1,500. You can either bond out or you can stay in jail. But the important thing to know is no contact with the victim. And your next court date is March 6th at 8:30 a.m. So be sure to be back in jail. Okay?
Where do I go? On down?
Just talk to the folks in the jail. They'll explain it to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Next.
All right, next is number 3, sir. Remember, Brown is in the hospital.
Okay, we'll set that one to the side. We'll come back to that one then, okay? Do we know if Brown is going to be back for tomorrow or do we have any idea yet?
No, sir.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just skip that one for now. We'll go on to number 3. So tell me
Find
your
out for you as
name.
soon as possible.
Nicole Perla.
All right, Ms. Foley, good morning to you. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here for your first appearance this morning. As you know, you were arrested and charged yesterday with 1 count of domestic battery. It's a misdemeanor. The way it's charged, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to a lawyer. I will appoint a public defender to represent you, so you will have the benefit of a lawyer throughout your case. Before I set your bond, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
How long you been here and where do you work?
I work at Red Robin. I'm a server and I've
Okay.
lived here for, I want to say like 6 months.
Okay, all right then. Deputy, any criminal history for her?
4/27/23, domestic touch and strike. for 2723 marijuana possession, drug equipment possession or use, and the domestic touch and strike from the 31st.
Okay, all right. All right, ma'am, do those criminal history things sound correct? Are those issues you have dealt with in your past?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you currently on any kind of probation or court order release status?
No.
Okay. All right, then I'm going to set your bond at $2,000. If you make that bond, $2,000 is sufficient. And so your next court date will be March 6th at 8:30 a.m. Be sure to be back in court March 6th at 8:30. And importantly, because of the nature of this charge, I'm also signing a no contact order. What that means is you're ordered to have no contact whatsoever with the alleged victim in the case until further order of the court. So please do not have contact with that alleged victim. Are we clear about that?
Yeah.
All right, then. I'll be in court March 6th at 8:30 as directed, okay? All right. Good luck to you. All right, ma'am, tell me your name, please.
Deborah Devine.
All right, Mr. Devine, my name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged with failing to appear for your felony court date. Your felony court date was actually with me. I was the judge that ordered this capias, and I also ordered that you be held without bond until your next court date. And so that is what we will do today. I will also tell you, of course, you do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer throughout your case. But because you failed to appear for court previously for your felony court date, it is the order of the court today, just like I ordered previously, that you be held without bond until that next court date. The next court date for you will be February 26th at 9 a.m. Okay, February 26th at 9 a.m. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, we will see you in court at that time. Okay, ma'am? Thank you. Good morning, ma'am. Tell me your name, please. What's your name, ma'am?
April Whitaker.
Okay, Ms. Whitaker, good morning. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged based on an allegation that you have violated your felony probation. Looks like Judge Gay had you on felony probation. She's already signed a warrant directing that you be held without bond on this VOP allegation. So that will be the order of the court today. I will tell you that you have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer throughout your case, but you will be held without bond until you can be brought back before Judge Gay to address this VOP allegation. Your next court date to do so will be March the 4th at 9 a.m. March 4th at 9 a.m. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Tell me your name, please. All right, Ms. White, good morning to you. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged with allegedly violating the terms of your felony probation. Looking at the paperwork here, it looks like you were already placed on probation in times past by Judge Register, and he has issued a warrant for your arrest. On that warrant, he's directed that you be held without bond until you can be brought back before him to address this VOP. So for that reason, today the court is simply going to hold you without bond per Judge Register's warrant until we can bring you back before him. That court date for you, ma'am, will be March 11th at 9 a.m. I will also tell you, you do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer throughout this VOP proceeding, okay?
Yes, sir. I just working for February 12th on this. What's going to happen next court date?
You have a, do you have a pending felony or misdemeanor on February 12th?
On February 12th, it was for the for the original charge, and then they let me bond out a week or 2 weeks ago. And
Okay,
then my probation officer, I guess, I don't know what happened, but they issued another warrant for my arrest.
Right.
And they rearrested me, but the court.
well, that happens sometimes. It looks like your new charge you're talking about from a few days back was a grand theft. Is that right?
Well, it was, but the officer arrested me and I showed up before the officer. It was just a mistake.
No, I
With my
understand.
fault.
Listen, that was a grand theft charge, and what I'm trying to understand your question. I think what you're telling me is part of the basis of the VOP is a new grand theft charge, and your court date on that grand theft charge is February 12th. Is that what I understand?
I think so, yes, sir.
Okay.
I took myself in a week ago.
So if that's true, so all that sounds fine. And if that's true, they will certainly bring you to court on that February 12th date. And maybe you'll have an opportunity at that time to resolve that case and this VOP, maybe, okay? And if you cannot get it resolved on that day, they'll certainly bring you back to court on this March 11th date, okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Or ma'am, good questions. All right, tell me your name, please.
Stephanie Rose.
All right, Mr. Rhodes, my name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged with having an out-of-county warrant. I think it's an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charge out of Gulf County over in St. Joe. They have directed that you be held until they can come and pick you up. And so that's certainly what we're going to do today. I will tell you today that you do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here for your benefit, and I will go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you'll have the benefit of a lawyer throughout your case. Essentially, you're going to be held without bond, but what we're going to do is I'm going to direct the Bay County Sheriff's Office to go ahead and notify the Gulf County Sheriff's Office to come get you. And then what we're going to do today is January 31st. We're going to bring you back to first appearances here in Bay County on Friday, February 13th. So what I'm going to say is that's 2 returnable to first appearance, 2/13/26. That gives Gulf County a couple of weeks to come get you. And we will notify Gulf County to come get you. If they have not picked you up by that date, maybe we can readdress the bond status at that time, whichever judge has first appearance at that time. But in the meantime, you're going to be held in custody in the Bay County Jail until at least February 13th. But I would imagine the Gulf County Sheriff's Office will come pick you up before that time. Okay, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions?
Yes, sir.
What's that?
So, I know it's like no contact with the victim, but we both stay out of my daddy's house.
Okay.
So how am I supposed to not have contact with the victim?
Well, I think what I would suggest you do, that's a good question. Well, you're probably going to be ordered to have no contact. The short answer is ultimately you're probably going to have to find somewhere else to stay if you get out of jail. However, really, the better suggestion is for you to hold that question until you get over to St. Joe and ask Judge McFarland or Judge Patterson, whoever does your first appearance over there, ask them that question and let them better direct you once you actually get over to St. Joe, okay?
And another question, you said, so if they come get me, I have to come back here?
No, if they come pick you up, what they'll do is they'll take you over to Port St. Joe. And then once you're there in Gulf County, they'll have a first appearance hearing for you over there on this charge, okay?
Yes, sir.
And then they'll give you your court date and that kind of thing, because of course this is a Gulf County charge. So it'll have a Gulf County court date, not a Bay County court date. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. Thank you, Ms. Rhodes. All right, sir. Good morning to you. Tell me your name, please.
Ronald Robert Bertram Jr.
All right, Mr. Bertram, my name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you were arrested on a misdemeanor charge, camping on the beach. As I mentioned, that's a misdemeanor the way it's charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit. and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer throughout your case. Before I set you a bond today, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County, sir?
Your retirement and social security. I've been trying to get reestablished at the bank system.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. That's all fine and good. How long have you been here in the Bay County area?
About, 8 months, something like that. It will take a month or two. Not very
Okay.
long.
8 months or so? Okay. Deputy,
Yeah.
any significant history I should know about for him?
No,
2024 trespass, failed drug possession, 2024, a simple assailant intent to threat to do violence in 25, disorderly conduct, brawling, 25, trespassing, disorderly conduct, disorderly conduct.
Okay. All right. Mr. Bertram, do those things sound accurate?
each individual one was a different situation.
Okay, well, of course, they're all different situations, but I guess a better question might be, those are things you have dealt with in your past, correct?
I've been charged with those things, probably, yeah.
Texas, he has a terrorist threat,
Okay.
terroristic
All right.
threat.
Are you Mr. Bertram, are you currently pending any charges? Do you have any open charges right now?
No,
Okay. Are you currently on any kind of bond or release status or probation status anywhere?
no,
All right. Here in Bay County or somewhere else?
no, I don't have.
Huh?
No, I'm not under bond status at all.
Okay. Okay. Are you on probation status at all right now?
No, not that I know of. No,
All
I
right.
did time served last time I was here in you guys' jail. They said time served and I could.
Okay. All right. That more or less answers the question. That was kind of what I was going to ask you next. So, all right, then what I'm going to do is give you a bond on this camping on the beach charge. That bond's going to be $500. Your next court date on this charge will be next week. It's February 4th at 8:30. Make sure you're back in court at that time. Okay.
Is there any way that I can bond out today just by signature?
Your bond is $500. And so if you contact the bondsman or you put up the $500 cash bond, either way, but just talk to the jail about your options there. Okay. But your bond is $500. Okay.
What would be time served if I just did time served?
You can't do that today. I would if I could, but I cannot do that because today's a Saturday. So we don't have clerks here. We don't have anything set up to do that. But once you come back to court, February the 4th, which I believe is Wednesday of next week, you probably could get time served at that point. Okay.
That's what I kind of figured. Okay, guys, thank you.
Okay. 10-4. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Thank you, guys.
Huh? All right. Good morning. Tell me your name, please.
Austin Tar.
All right, Mr. Tar, good morning. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged with an additional crime of violating the terms of your bond or your pretrial release conditions by violating a no contact order. That's a misdemeanor, the way it's currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you, so you will have the benefit of a lawyer in this case. Before we move forward and set this bond, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County?
Yes, sir.
All right. How long you been here and where do you work?
Pretty much my whole life been with Cofield Creations.
Okay. All right then. Deputy, what's his criminal history? What is he out on bond for?
Okay, in custody, yeah, 225-5367 battery domestic violence,
Say that one more time. 22 what?
5367 mm.
25-5367.
He got that part.
Yeah.
And,
225367. I got it. Okay.
25.
225.
Okay. So it's 22-2567. Okay.
No, sir. 25-5367 mm.
255367. Okay. Now I got it. Sorry, y'all. Got it.
And the second one is 25-5462 mm.
Violate no contact.
All right. And the violate no contact in 25-5462, is that in addition to this one right here?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Then you got 2017 petty first offense, narcotic possession, drug possession, narcotic possessions. In 18, you got petty first offense, possession of meth, warrantless, possession of meth, possession of meth, possession of meth, possession of meth. 2021, no valid driver's license, kidnap, false imprisonment, commit domestic battery by strangulation,
All
false
right.
imprisonment.
I think I've got what I need, Mac. Thanks. Mr. Tar, is it correct to say you already had those two pending cases, 25-5367, 25-5462? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, then. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give you a bond on the violation of pretrial release that's currently before the court. This new one, you're actually entitled to a bond. So I'm going to give you a bond. That bond amount will be $5,000. Again, you'll be ordered to have no contact whatsoever with the victim in the case. However, in the other two pending cases, 25-5367, 25-5462, I'm going to be signing a violation of pretrial release warrant for you, or violation of a bond condition warrant for you. There is at least probable cause to believe you violated those bond conditions by having contact with the victim. Those will be hold without bond warrants, so you will not be getting out of jail today at all. Now, your next court date on these charges will be next week, February the 4th at 8:30. So we'll bring you back to court either in person or by video for that court date next week, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right, good luck to you.
Hard of hearing, so let him know that.
Oh, this gentleman here is hard of hearing, sir.
Okay, all right. Edward Buckle. All right, Mr. Buckholz, good morning. Can you hear me okay?
He said, can you hear him okay?
Can you hear me, Mr. Buckholz?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, very good then. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, you failed to appear for court, so you got arrested yesterday on that. The judge on that charge has already determined that you should have a bond set of $2,500 per count. So that's simply what I'm going to do today. Judge Smith has already ordered that. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. So I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you today. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer moving forward. But in terms of your bond, I'm going to give you a bond today, the same as Judge Smith already ordered. And that's $2,500 in one count and $2,500 in the other. So that's a total bond of $5,000. Your next court date on these two charges will be next week, February 4th at 8:30. Do you have any questions, sir?
Do you have any questions? You have questions? No, sir. He ain't got no questions.
All right. Good luck to you. We will see you next week, February 4th at 8:30, okay?
Okay. Mr. Buck. Come on.
All right, sir, tell me your name, please.
My name is Christopher Biggins.
All right, Mr. Biggins, my name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday, you were arrested and charged with operating a vehicle without a valid driver's license. That's a misdemeanor the way it's currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here by video for your benefit today, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before we can set your bond, I need to know a little bit about you. Looks like, looking at the ticket, at least here, you do live in Bay County. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how long you been here?
15, 20 years.
Okay, good. Where do you work?
I'm currently unemployed right now.
Okay, what was the last job you had?
It was like 4 months ago at Southeastern Landscaping.
Okay, all right. Well, how come you're not working? Did you get injured or you just lost that job or what happened there?
I had a high blood pressure incident and they
Okay.
wanted me to go to the doctor before I came back.
Okay, understood, understood. Very good, that's fine. Deputy, any criminal history I should know about for him?
2013, CSRU ROWOV, 2013, failure to appear burglary hold, 2013, aggravated battery, burglary, aggravated assault, weapon without intent, possession of weapon, down to 23, non-supportive child. He has more stuff in 2015, 2017, domestic aggravated assault, weapon without intent, aggravated assault, weapon, no intent to kill.
Okay. All right, Mr. Biggums, does that sound correct? Do those things sound like issues you've dealt with in your past, sir?
Yes, sir, correct.
Okay. Are you currently on any kind of bond status or pretrial release, anything like that?
No, sir.
All right. Are you currently on any kind of probation or supervised release, anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Very good. Then certainly entitled to bond here. I'm going to give you a bond. That bond will be $500. Your next court date on this charge will be next week, February 4th at 8:30. So make sure to be in court, February 4th at 8:30. That's next Wednesday morning. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good luck, sir. All right. Good morning, sir. Tell me your name, please.
Christopher Harmon.
All right, Mr. Harmon. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. Obviously, you were arrested yesterday, charged with failing to appear for a misdemeanor charge in front of Judge Smith. She has already determined that you should be held here on a $3,000 bond for each count there are two counts here. I think it was a controlled substance less than 20, marijuana less than 20, and paraphernalia. So your total bond amount would be $6,000. She's determined $3,000 per count is appropriate. So that's simply what I'm going to order today. I will also tell you, though, you do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer, and I will go ahead and appoint a lawyer for you so you'll have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. The Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. But in terms of your bond, I'm simply going to honor what Judge Smith has already determined. So your bond for failing to appear for court on these two charges, a total of $6,000, $3,000 per count. Your court date on these charges will be next Wednesday morning. That's February 4th at 8:30. So be sure to be in court then, okay? Question? Yes, sir.
If I went to court and I have a paper showing that I signed for what I was designated to do within 90 days, does that still count as appearing in court?
I think what I would do if I were you is I would either bring that paperwork or talk about that paperwork with your lawyer when you come to court Wednesday morning. That's a good question, but I would hold that question for your lawyer Wednesday morning, okay? We can't address that issue today, but I think it is a good question for you to ask your lawyer. Maybe that will help you, maybe it won't, but talk to your lawyer about it, okay? All right, then. All right, good morning, sir. Tell me your name.
Dennis Clark.
All right, Mr. Clark, good morning. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance, of course. And you are before the court today, having been charged with the new misdemeanor crime of making a false report to law enforcement. That's a misdemeanor the way it's currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, so you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I set you a bond, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County, sir?
Yes, I do.
How long you been here?
20 years.
All right. Where do you work?
2 miles construction.
Okay, very good. Deputy, any criminal history I should know about for him?
2014 narcotic equipment possession, marijuana possession. 2017 possession of marijuana, less than 20, and the making a false report. Oh yeah, Michigan 02 aggravated assault.
Okay. All right, Mr. Clark, do those sound like issues you've dealt with in your past?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are they all finished up and closed out at this point? Are all those charges closed out at this point?
Yes, sir. They're all done. They're all finished.
Okay, good deal. Are you currently on any kind of probation or bond status anywhere?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. So you're entitled to bond on this charge. I'm gonna set your bond. It's gonna be $2,000. Your next court date on this charge will be this coming Wednesday morning. It's February 4th at 8:30. Make sure you're in court at that time, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
The expert.
All right. There you go, sir. If you'll turn and face the camera, there we go. Good morning. My name is Judge Stevenson. What's your name, sir?
Holly.
All right, Mr. Holly, you're here today for first appearance. Of course, you got arrested yesterday, as you know, charged with resisting an officer without violence. That's a misdemeanor, the way it's currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer throughout your case. Before I can set you a bond, I need to know a little bit about your background. Do you live and work here in Bay County? How long you been here and where do you work?
My whole life, I'm currently employed.
Okay, how come you're unemployed? How come you don't have a job right now?
I just lost my last one a month ago.
Okay, where was your last job then?
Home Depot,
Okay, all right then. And when did you lose that job?
like a month ago, maybe
Okay.
going to.
All right then. All right, very good then. Deputy, any criminal history for him I should know about?
No, sir.
No, no history at all? Okay. All right, so on this resisting without then, I'm gonna set you a bond of $1,000. If you make that bond, I'm sorry, $1,000 is sufficient. And so we'll just leave it set right there. Your bond will be $1,000. Your next court date on this charge will be February the 4th at 8:30. That's next Wednesday morning. So be sure to be in court this coming Wednesday morning, February 4th at 8:30, okay? Good luck, sir.
Sir, Judge,
Yes,
I did see some, on the last one, Holly, I did see some DJJ stuff, sir. I flipped the page and saw some DJJ.
that's all. Yeah, that's all right though. That's all right. Under the circumstances, I think it's all right. We'll just leave it where it is for now. All right, who do we have next, sir? What's your name?
Joseph Jordan.
All right, what, okay, number 17. Okay, that's fine. Let me grab your correct paperwork here. All right, Mr. Jordan, good morning to you. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged with 1 count of DUI. That's a misdemeanor, the way it's currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I set a bond on your DUI today, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County, sir?
Yes, sir. Born and raised.
All right, been here your whole life then? Where do you work?
I work at Sea Level on the beach.
Okay, all right, very good. Deputy, any criminal history I should know about for him?
From January 30th, the trespassing property, not structured conveyance, Florida 96, DV aggravated battery. On another page, one moment, sir.
That's
One moment, sir. One moment.
Let him finish. I'm gonna hear from you, sir, but just let him finish first, then I'll listen to you, okay?
2013 trespassing property, not structured conveyance, 2013 VOP warrantless DUI, 2010 traffic offense. You got to order. Oh, sir, sorry, sir. This gentleman here is out of order. This man is Joseph Jordan.
Right.
Okay, I don't know why it's out of order, sir. My apologies.
That's okay. So tell me about Mr. Jordan then.
The DUI unlawful, 2019 narcotics equipment possession, marijuana possession, 2019, 2013, petty first offense, and 2010 principal marijuana purchase Schedule 1.
Okay. All right.
Sorry about that, Judge.
I think maybe that's what you were trying to interrupt. Maybe some of those things were not correct, so that's fine. Luckily, we got to the bottom of it, so we figured it out.
Sorry, I was getting nervous.
That's all right. I'll always give you the last word. No problem there. Anyway, when we figured that out, then I heard a few misdemeanors in your past. It sounds like, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Some marijuana charges.
Okay, all right then. Are you currently on any kind of probation or bond release status, anything like that right now?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Jordan, you're certainly entitled to a bond on this DUI charge. That looks like this was a breath blow of 0.082. So it's close to the line there. And then there was not a crash or anything. You're certainly entitled to a bond. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a bond. I'm gonna set a bond at $1,500. Your next court date on this DUI charge will be March 6th at 8:30. So be sure to be back in court March 6th at 8:30. Okay, Mr. Jordan?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, good luck to you. All right, good morning, sir. Tell me your name.
John Daniels.
All right, Mac, this is back to number 15, Mr. Daniels.
Yes, it is.
I got you. Okay, no problem. All right, then, Mr. Daniels, good morning to you. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here for your first appearance today. You got arrested yesterday, charged with 1 count of trespass. It's a misdemeanor, the way it's currently charged. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit. And I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. So you will have a lawyer throughout your case. Before I set you a bond, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County, Mr. Daniels?
I live in Jackson County.
Jackson, that's close enough. That's right next door, basically. How long you been up there toward Mariana?
28 years.
Okay, good long time then. What kind of work do you do up there?
I work here in Bay County. I'm on landscaping business.
Okay, very good then. Deputy, any criminal history for Mr. Daniels?
All right, Mr.
Went through it before, right?
Sean
Yeah.
Michael Daniels. It's 130, the trespassing property not structure conveyance, then the 2013 trespassing property not structure convey, 2013 warrantless DUI, 2010 traffic offense DUI, alcohol, drug first offense, 98 lewd and lascivious.
All right then. Sir, do those sound like issues you've dealt with in your past?
Yes, sir.
Okay, are they all closed out at this point?
Yes, sir.
Anything pending at all right now still?
No, sir.
All right, are you on probation or bond status for any of those charges or any other charges?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, on this trespassing charge then, we'll set your bond at $750. Your next court date will be Wednesday morning, February 4th at 8:30. That's next week. So be sure to be in court at that time. And of course, since you've obviously been trespassed, now you've been arrested. Please make a note, you are not permitted to go back to that property. There is to be no contact with the victim whatsoever, which means that property, Donovan's, you may not go back to that property. Understand that would violate this release and you would face perhaps further trespassing charges. Okay? All right. So we'll see you Wednesday morning, February 4th. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks. All right, what's your name, sir? All right, Mr. Bennett, good morning. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you got arrested, charged with that 1 count of domestic battery. It's a misdemeanor the way it's currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I set you a bond, I need to know a little about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County? How long you been here and where do you work?
Was born here. I work at
Okay.
Red Robin on the beach.
You work where?
Red Robin on the beach.
Oh, Red Robin? Okay, all right. Deputy, any criminal history for him?
Has got none.
No criminal history? Okay. All right, Mr. Bennett, you're entitled to a bond on this charge, so I'll grant you a bond on this domestic battery. Your bond will be $1,500. Importantly, also signing a no contact order here because of the nature of this charge. You were specifically ordered to have no contact with the victim until further order of the court. So you and I need to have a clear understanding about that. No contact with the victim. And then the next court date for you is March 6th at 8:30. So be sure to be back in court March 6th at 8:30, okay? All right, any questions? All right, thank you, sir. All right, good morning, sir. Tell me your name, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Hand, good morning. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, you were arrested and charged yesterday with possession of marijuana more than 20. It's a felony, the way it's currently charged, and possession of drug paraphernalia. It's a misdemeanor, the way it's charged. You do have the right to remain silent today. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I set you a bond, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County?
Yes, sir. Born and raised.
Born and raised, been here your whole life? That's good. And where do you work?
Training technologist in the Haven.
Okay, all right, very good. Deputy, any criminal history for him?
Yes, sir. He was sentenced to DOC in 10/2/17. He just got out 8/8/25.
Okay.
And so there is evidence destroying, tampering with fabricated physical evidence, 2017. Robbery with firearm, 2017. Possession of weapon and ammo, Florida delinquent adult F, 2017.
Okay.
Homicide, willfully kill, murder, not premeditated, 2017. Robbery with firearm, 2017. Murder, homicide, 2017. Robbery without firearm or weapon, 2015. Unaccurate conveyance unarmed, 2015. Loitering, 2015. Grand theft, 2015.
All right. All right, Mr. Hand, do those issues sound like things you've dealt with in your past?
Yes, sir. I never
All
got
right.
charged for murder, though. I never got charged for murder. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I want to follow up with a couple of questions. You mentioned that murder or homicide case or whatever. Have you been charged with a homicide case in times past?
No, sir. I was never convicted, charged with no homicide, murder.
Okay. Were you charged with it and then not convicted or not at all?
Now, somebody had said that I did it, and the person that said I did it, I guess he finally admitted to it. So I was never charged with that.
Okay. All right then. Otherwise though, besides for that, does the criminal history he read off sound familiar to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Delinquent
All right.
possession of firearm.
Okay. And is it also correct? Is it also correct that you were just released from DOC in August of 2025?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And when you went to DOC on that charge, what was that charge you went to DOC on?
Delinquent in possession of firearm.
Okay.
Attempted robbery with firearm.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm satisfied. That's good. I mean, I appreciate the background info. That's good. All right. So on this marijuana possession over 20 grams, you're entitled to bond. I'm going to set your bond at $7,500 on the paraphernalia charge. I'm going to set your bond at $500. So it's a total bond amount for you of $8,000. If you make that bond, you'll report to the pretrial release office by 9 a.m. the next business day. You'll also be subject to random UAs as directed. Importantly, your next court date on this charge will be March 5th at 9 a.m. So that's March 5th at 9 a.m. Be sure to be back in court at that time, okay? All right, thank you, sir. We go to number 19 next.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be
Should be Castleberry. Yeah.
Castleberry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got it. All right, good morning, sir. Tell me your name, please.
Paul Castleberry, go.
All right, Castleberry, good morning. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today because you got arrested yesterday on a fugitive warrant out of another state. It looks like this is out of the state of Tennessee. Maybe you've got a violation of probation pending up that direction. So that's why you were arrested. I will tell you, of course, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here for your benefit today, and I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you, so you will have the benefit of a lawyer throughout your case. Looks like maybe you were on felony probation for an aggravated assault out of Davison County, Tennessee. The judge up there, of course, has signed the warrant directing that you be held without bond until you can be brought back before that judge up there. And so that's certainly what we're going to do today is hold you and notify Tennessee to come and get you. But importantly, since this is another state, you have to decide whether or not you want to waive extradition. If you want to waive extradition, what we will do is notify Tennessee to come and get you. That will help speed up the process of you getting up to Tennessee. If you do not want to waive extradition, that means you'll sit here for another month or so while the wheels spin and the next steps are determined, okay? Would you like to waive extradition at this time, or do you want to fight extradition at this time?
But Your Honor, we can get the wheels rolling, sir.
Okay, get the wheels rolling. So you want to waive extradition then, okay?
Yes.
All right, so he's going to have some paperwork for you to sign. There's 5 or 6 copies. You got to sign on that waiver of extradition. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and notify the Tennessee authorities to come get you. Looking at the calendar, of course, you're going to remain in jail held without, but looking at the calendar, today is January 31st. We're going to bring you back to first appearances on Friday, February 20th. That's about 3 weeks from now or so, Friday, February 20th. And that'll give them, I hope, sufficient time to come and get you. Hopefully you're already gone back up to Tennessee by that point. But if not, maybe we'll address another first appearance hearing at that time, okay?
But other than that, don't they have an allotment number of days to pick me up, Your Honor?
Usually it's a couple of weeks, so. I don't know,
No,
Deputy, you
they-
have a different answer?
What I'm asking, Your Honor, they
We give them 30 days.
they have so many days to come get in, and then y'all have to release me, correct?
What I'm doing, sir, today is I'm going to say, today's January 31st. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to give them 20 days. So we're going to say, bring you back to first appearance, February 20th. Sometimes it takes closer to 30 days, but we're going to reevaluate it on February 20th. We might release you on February 20th. We might not. Just depends on the status at that time. But that at least gives Tennessee the ability to go ahead and get the wheels moving, make their efforts to get down here and get you picked up. I hope you're already picked up and gone back to Tennessee by the 20th. But if not, that at least gives us an opportunity to make a different decision if appropriate, okay?
But I mean, I've already been in y'all facility for 30 days too, and I closed that case out yesterday, so.
All right. So Deputy, we all go ahead and make a note to get a hold of Tennessee and get them, try to notify them to get down here ASAP?
10 folks.
Okay, very good then. Sir, you need to go ahead and sign the waiver of extradition if that's what you want to do, okay? There you go.
Charge.
Is that my turn?
No.
Oh, he said it was attorney. So this is saying that y'all don't know something. And you'll bring me back on the 20th
Yes, you will. Yes, you do.
and the copy.
All right, good luck, sir. All right, sir, tell me your name, please.
David McMullen.
All right, Mr. McMullen, good morning. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged with a couple of crimes, dealing in stolen property. It's a second-degree felony, the way it's currently charged. And then giving false information to a pawnbroker. It's a third-degree felony, the way it's currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here for your benefit today by video, and I will go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer throughout your case, and all your rights will remain protected. Before I set you a bond this morning, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County?
Yes, sir.
How long you been here and where do you work?
My whole life, you know, I work for McMullen Mobile Repair. My own,
Okay.
it's a limited liability company.
Okay, all right then. Deputy, any criminal history for him?
26411. I believe that's a 4.
411 CT.
Yeah, 411 CT. No motor vehicle registration.
There's an NTA for that.
There's an NTA for that.
Okay,
13026. Yeah, that's out of county warrant for in 29 January 29, 26. Drug possession 2023, drug possession 2023, and DUI 2023.
okay. All right, Mr. McMullen, let me zone in on those 2023 charges. Are those all complete at this time?
Yeah, yes, sir. They all come out null and pros before it was all said and done.
Okay, are you on probation for any of those charges at this time?
Yes, sir. I've been cut clean and free till about a week ago.
Okay, all right, then what happened a week ago?
Well, I said about a week ago, the day before yesterday, when they picked me up. And,
Okay.
let me know that I had a warrant for Washington County. And I'm
Where was the other from?
well. Sir,
Where was that other warrant from?
it was out of Washington County.
Washington, okay. Is it a misdemeanor or a felony up there?
It's a felony charge for grand theft.
Okay, all right then. And you already went to first appearance on that? You already got a court date or they notified Washington County or what?
Yes, sir. They're holding me here without bond or until Washington County gets here.
Okay,
Really don't matter to me. I just need to get to a phone so I can talk to somebody, get a ball rolling, or
I got
talk to the investigator. I think he got some more. backwards.
got to get up there to get first appeared up there. They'll come and get you as soon as they can, though, I would imagine. Obviously, Washington County's close by, but the long and short of it is in this Bay County case, you are entitled to a bond. So I'm going to give you a bond here. You're not going to be held without like the other situation. On this dealing in stolen property, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. And on the false info to a pawnbroker, I'm going to set your bond at $1,500. So it's a total bond amount of $6,500. If you make that bond, you'll report to the pretrial release office by 9 a.m. the next business day. You'll also be subject to random UAs as directed. Importantly, your next court date on these charges will be March 23rd at 9 a.m. So be sure to be back in court March 23rd, 9 a.m. Okay?
Yes, sir. I have a question if you don't mind.
Yes, sir. Yeah, go ahead. What you got?
With me making or like having a bond here, if I were to be able to make that bond, would you guys release me? And
No.
I would be waiting on Washington County still.
That's a good question, but if you're held without waiting on Washington County, you're not going to actually, if you paid this bond, you're not going to actually walk out of the jail because you'll remain held for Washington County to come pick you up. So if I were in your shoes, I would wait till Washington County comes and gets me. I would go up there. I would see, I think Judge Patterson or Judge Peel, whoever's handling first appearances up there, they will probably give you a bond up there. And then you could bond out on everything, perhaps, okay?
Yes, sir.
But you need to go up there and see the Washington County judge first before you bond. You're not going to be able to bond out until you do that, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Be sure to be back in court in these charges. Like I said, March 23rd at 9 a.m. Mr. McMullen, good luck. I wish you the best, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, good morning, sir. Tell me your name. All right, Mr. Whitaker, my name is Judge Stevenson. Of course, you were arrested yesterday on a number of failing to maintain your sex offender registration charges. Looks like I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 different counts, various ways. You've allegedly failed to maintain your sex offender registration status.
Only
Each
have
of those-
9, Your Honor. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it's only 9 here.
I count 10.
Oh, never mind. It says times 2. I see it. It's 10.
Okay, all right, okay, all right. So I've got 10 counts here. Each of those counts are 30. Each of those counts are third-degree felonies. You do have the right to remain silent. Of course, you do have the right to a lawyer. I will go ahead and appoint you a lawyer. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you, so you will have the benefit of a lawyer throughout your case, and all your rights will remain protected moving forward. Before I set a bond for you today, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County?
No, sir, I was passing through work, doing work, passing
Okay.
through doing work.
Okay, what kind of work were you doing?
I worked for auto recovery. I was repoing a vehicle in,
Okay.
I want to say in Walton County, but I was passing
Okay.
through Panama County, Bay
I got
County, took it to Walton County.
Okay, and where do you actually live? Where are you out of?
Yeah, I'm on federal probation. I live in Van Buren, Arkansas.
Okay, all right. Well, and hold your thought on that federal probation for just a moment. Let me get your criminal history from the deputy, and then I wanted to follow up with you about that. What kind of history are you showing, Matt?
All right, 1/28/2026, out of County 1, or 28/2026, procure for prostitution, live off earnings of prostitute. 1/28/2026, marijuana possession more than 20 grams. He's in custody for those, okay. Aggravated assault, disorderly conduct, discharge firearm, 2016. Failure register, sex offender, 25. Aggravated assault, DV, 2025. Terroristic threats, 2025. Battery, DV, 2025. Arkansas. Those are all Arkansas right there. Oklahoma is 2015. Battery, DV, strangulation, aggravated battery, 2015, 2014, and robbery, 2015, 2014. And I don't see the state this is in.
ATF.
Okay, ATF, engaged sex trafficking child as of 2015, and alcohol, tobacco, and firearm. Oh,
Okay,
yeah, sorry, ATF, sorry.
all right. All right. Mr. Whitaker, do those sound correct? Do those sound like things you've dealt with in times past?
Yes, the only thing is dealt with in all the charges of 25 has been dismissed. They were already
Okay.
dismissed at the bottom.
All right, based on what he just told me, I'm going to assume that ATF charge, that human trafficking from 2015, is that what you maybe went to federal prison on federal probation? Is that correct?
Yes, sir, that's the one.
Okay, all right then.
It was actually, they misprinted it. It's a conspiracy. It's not engaging. It's a conspiracy.
You're probably right. No, you're probably right. I used to do a bunch of federal work. You're probably exactly right. I'm pretty familiar with those things. So when you tell me that you're on federal probation, is it more correct to say you're on supervised release?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right then. Sort of a post prison sentence probation, right?
Yes, sir. I'm like I said, I'm just, never mind, Your Honor, never mind. Sorry.
Okay, no, I understand. I mean, I follow what you're telling me. I understand. So if you're currently on supervised release, Ms. Whitaker, do you understand that being arrested for these charges, of course, certainly might constitute at least an alleged violation of that supervised release on your federal case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right then. That's not my issue. I'm of course not a federal judge. I don't have any authority over that case, but you should have your eyes wide open that this obviously may echo through that case, and you may have to answer to your.
Your Honor, that's why I was trying to place bond. I've been trying to place bond. I was gonna place bond last night, and then they added these charges onto me. So
Okay.
I was just trying to make a bond so I could get everything I need as far as, what I need for court, as far as so I can be able to fund my own lawyer.
And what are you on bond for right now that you were trying to post your bond for?
The marijuana that I just recently got locked up for, and procuring prostitution.
Okay, and when you got those charges, the marijuana and the procuring prostitution, have you remained in the Bay County Jail the entire time?
Yes, sir. That's what I was arrested in Bay County for.
All right. Okay. All right. I got it. Okay. So from the sound of things, it sounds like you're entitled to a bond. So I'm going to grant you a bond on each of these. Now, obviously, you've got a significant record. These are significant charges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a $5,000 bond on each count, which means there's 10 counts here. So that's a grand total of $50,000. Let me write that on each of these, 5,000.
Your Honor, may I request for a bond reduction, Your Honor?
You can, but you're going to need to do that through your lawyer. That's part of the reason I went ahead and appointed a public defender for you. So you would go ahead and have a lawyer on board. and you can move forward with those kinds of requests sooner rather than later, okay? That's why I went ahead and appointed you a lawyer now rather than you having to wait and ask for one later. So you do have the public defender appointed, so you can reach out to the public defender's office, and then they will determine who's going to be appointed to you exactly. And then you can contact that lawyer about filing a bond reduction motion. If you do bond out on these charges, Mr. Whitaker, you will report to the pretrial release office, be subject to their supervision. You'll report to that office by 9 a.m. The next business day following your release. You'll also be subject to random drug testing as they direct or the court directs. Importantly, on these charges, though, your next court date will be March 23rd at 9 a.m. So that's March 23rd at 9 a.m. So be sure to be back in court at that time, okay?
And Your Honor, the state is going to request that as a condition of his bond, he not have any unsupervised contact with minors.
All right. Is there, Ms. Ford, do you have any objection to that?
Your Honor, at this time, I'm not sure I see the basis.
Well, he
Ms.
was
Beard?
arrested yes, Your Honor, he was arrested January 28th of this year when the Walton County Sheriff's Office contacted Bay County to report that a female who was being advertised for escort services was in a car with the defendant, who is a registered sex offender out of Oklahoma. The female, when she was interviewed by officers, said that she was a sex worker who was being paid for work, and basically that the defendant was coordinating her advertisement to be advertised as a sex.
Okay. Let me ask you another question, Mr. Whitaker. Do you have any children of your own?
Yes, sir, I do. I have 2 newborns.
2 newborns, okay.
And the lady that was with me was my child's mother. It was my child's mother that was with me. She's 27 years old. We had kids together.
All right.
Like I said, I have a great support system. I'm not a pedophile or anything like that, Your Honor. I just been in the case. That's it.
How old are you?
I'm not a predator.
Listen to me. I know they're little, but how old are your children?
I got 10 kids.
Huh?
I have 10 kids from all the way from the age of 18 to 4 months years old. 4 months.
Okay. All right. Okay then. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I do think the state has provided good cause for that as a condition of your bond. So I am going to go ahead and grant that request that the state made. So I appreciate that factual basis for that request. And so an additional condition of your bond, Mr. Whitaker, is going to be that you have no contact with any minors except with your own children. You can have contact with your children, but otherwise no contact with any minors until further order of the court, okay?
Your Honor, may I ask why? Because I don't have any charges with any minors, Your Honor.
You're gonna have to talk to your lawyer about that. Based on the facts and circumstances of this case, what I see here in the probable cause narrative, what the state just pointed out and requested, I think there is good cause for that bond condition. But you already mentioned that you wanted to perhaps have a bond reduction motion. So if you wanted to have that condition changed, your lawyer can simply add that into that motion. And the judge may be willing to change it. This is not going to be assigned to my division. It doesn't look like. It's not going to be my case. So just take it up with your judge once you come back to that for that bond motion, okay? Thank you, Mr. Whitaker. All right. Good morning, sir. Tell me your name, please. All right, Mr. Cordero, that's a familiar name. Mr. Cordero, my name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today, of course, for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you got arrested and charged on a new count of domestic battery by strangulation. As you know, that's a felony the way it's currently charged. You also have a violation of probation, and you also have a violation of a court order at the county court level, a misdemeanor court order that you have to address today as well. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer on these charges, and I will certainly appoint the public defender's office for you, so you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I can set your bond on this newest charge, I need to know a little bit about you. How long have you been in Bay County?
All my life, sir.
Okay, and where do you work?
Currently, I'm not working, but I did work at Bird Pipe.
Okay, all right. How come you're not working now?
through just stressing the case with my wife, with a mental state, son got charged with attempted murder, that's probably where you heard the Cordero's name and.
Right.
And behavior, all type of stuff, that's where this domestic violence case come from, which not true, but we'll get to that, they find out her conditions and stuff, so, but all of that, that's what's going on right now, that's how I got it.
I got you. All right. All right then, Deputy, I don't need criminal history necessarily for Mr. Cordero. I think I know what's appropriate here. Let me talk to you first, Mr. Cordero, on about the misdemeanor charge, your violation of a court order. Apparently, let me flip back over here to it. You previously entered a plea in front of Judge Van on a driving while license suspended or revoked. A condition of that plea was that you pay $400 fine by a certain date, which apparently you have not done, or you serve 10 days in jail with credit for 0. So as to that charge, what I'm going to do today is simply sentence you pursuant to that plea agreement you've already entered. So you will be sentenced to 10 days in jail with credit for 0, or you can pay the $400 fine and be released from custody on that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that is how that one will be resolved. 10 days, Bay County Jail will be your sentence. Credit for 0 or payment of the $400. Okay. Now on your felony VOP, apparently you were on felony probation. Judge Clark, I think, has you on felony probation for a couple of underlying felony drug charges. He has already signed a VOP warrant. On that warrant, he's determined that you should be held without bond until you can be brought back before him. So that will be the order of the court today. You'll be held without bond pursuant to Judge Clark's order, and you'll be brought back before him. On your newest case here, this domestic battery by strangulation, you are entitled to a bond. So I'm going to grant you a bond in that case of $7,500. If you make that bond, you'll report to the pretrial release office by 9 a.m. the next business day. And you'll also be subject to random drug testing as directed. And importantly, you're also ordered to have no contact whatsoever with the alleged victim in the case, no contact whatsoever with the victim. And although I've given you that $7,500 bond as a practical matter, you're going to remain held without because of Judge Clark's order. So your next court date on all these issues will be March 23rd at 9 a.m. If you'll just make sure that you're in court March 23rd at 9 a.m., maybe you can get this behind you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge,
Yep.
What's your name, sir?
Shane Williams.
This is Shane Williams.
Okay.
We have been waiting on the affidavit from FHP. They said they were gonna, they left, they said they were gonna bring it back. As of yet, we haven't received it.
Okay. So Mr. Williams, we've got some paperwork that we're still lacking on your charge that's important for us to review. So for that reason, we're sort of going to commence and continue your first appearance, and we will just hold you over until tomorrow. I'm going to order that you be brought back the first appearance. I'll see you again in the morning. Hopefully we'll have your paperwork in by that point, and then we can move forward with your bond hearing, with your first appearance tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Okay?
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Board clear. All right. Let's see. So who do we have next?
State your last name, your first and last name?
Jimmy Fuminder.
All right. Good morning, sir. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you were charged with several crimes. Introduction of contraband to a detention facility. It's a felony the way it's charged. Possession of controlled substance, that's a felony. Resisting without violence, that's a misdemeanor. And trespassing, that's a misdemeanor. You do have the right to remain silent on these charges. You do have the right to a lawyer to help you through these charges. I will go ahead and appoint you a lawyer. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer throughout your case. We need to set you a bond today. Before I can do that, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live here in Bay County, sir?
Yeah,
How long you been here?
like 4 years.
Okay, and what do you do for a living? Where do you work?
I worked with my mother at her restaurant,
Okay, and which restaurant is that?
Fellow 77.
Okay, all right, very good. Deputy, any criminal history for him?
No, sir, none.
No criminal history at all?
Well, yes, sir. Larceny grand theft, 750, less than 5,000, 2022.
That was weak. Or like that was,
Okay. So, sir, are you telling me that you have that grand theft? It sounds to me like you're familiar with it. And what you're saying is maybe it got dismissed or something?
Yeah, I got this because it was my mother calling.
Okay. All right. Then. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been convicted of a felony anytime, anywhere, sir? Okay. Have you ever been convicted of a misdemeanor anytime, anywhere?
A long time ago in Rhode Island.
Okay. And what kind of misdemeanor was it?
It was possession of marijuana, I think.
Okay. And approximately how many years ago was it? What year was it approximately?
Like 20 years ago.
Okay. All right then. Are you currently on any kind of probation or anything?
No.
Okay, very good. So you are entitled to bonds in these cases. Of course, I'm going to give you a bond on the introduction of contraband. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000.
What is that?
On the introduction, hold on, let me finish and then I'll come back to your question. Just hold that question a moment. So on the introduction of contraband, bond will be $5,000. Your possession of controlled substance, set your bond at $1,500. On the resisting without, set your bond at $500. And on the trespassing, $500. So that means you have a total bond amount of $7,500. If you make that bond, you'll report to the pretrial release office by 9 a.m. the next business day. And you'll also be subject to random drug testing as directed. Your next court date on all these charges will be March 5th at 9 a.m. So that's March 5th at 9 a.m. Be sure to be in court at that time. Now, let's go back to your question. What's your question? Repeat that for me.
What was the first thing, the contraband?
The introduction of contraband?
Yeah.
Okay, looking here, let me answer as best I can. Looking at the paperwork, it looks like once you arrived at the Bay County Jail, I'll just read you what it says. It says jail staff located a small blue Ziploc style bag inside your front right pocket. Found inside the small bag was a white crystal-like substance. After testing this substance, it yielded a presumptive positive for methamphetamine. Contents, along with a small baggie, had an estimated weight of 0.38 grams. So possession of controlled substance is for that substance. And the fact that you brought it inside the jail is the introduction of contraband. If I were you, I wouldn't talk about the facts of the case any further than that. I do think that's a good question, but if you want to discuss that further, I would do so with your lawyer, okay? Any other questions? All right. So your next court date is March 5th at 9 a.m. Be sure to be in court then, okay?
I didn't have this much. I didn't have 0.3.
Okay.
Sir, the judge has already told you, don't talk about the facts of your case, okay? This is just for purposes of first appearance, okay?
All right. So talk about the details of it privately with your lawyer. Your lawyer will be reaching out to you. Whether you did or didn't have possession of it or how much of it or whatever, those kinds of questions. Those are good questions, but just hold those thoughts for your lawyer. Talk to them privately about that, okay?
All right, sir.
All right. All right, tell me your name, please.
Jacob Tool.
All right, Mr. Toole, good morning to you. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here for your first appearance this morning. As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged with one count of grand theft, a third-degree felony, carries a 5-year maximum. If convicted, you do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So all your rights will remain protected, and you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I can give you a bond today or set your bond today, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County, Mr. Toole?
Yes.
How long have you been here?
I live in Polk, but I travel back and forth for work.
Okay, and what kind of work do you do?
Pulling closure, screen room.
Okay, but you actually live in Polk County and you come back and forth between here and there for work? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, very good. Deputy, any criminal history on him I should know about?
26 ISW, 2018 DUI, 2016 violation DV injunction, 07 felony battery, 96 aggravated assault, all that Florida.
All right, Mr. Toole, do those things all sound like issues you dealt with in your past?
Long time ago, but yes, sir.
Okay, all right, very good. Sounds like you're certainly eligible for bond in this case. I'm gonna set your bond at $5,000. You make that bond, Mr. Toole, you'll report to the pretrial release office by 9 a.m. the next business day. You'll also be subject to random drug testing as directed. And importantly, your next court date on this case will be March 12th at 9 a.m. So be sure to be back in court at that time, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Huh? All right, sir, good morning. Tell me your name, please.
Charles Wiggs, sir.
All right, Mr. Wiggs, my name is Judge Stevenson. We are here today, of course, for your first appearance because you got arrested yesterday, charged with several crimes. As you know, you were charged with 2 counts of possession of controlled substances. Those are each felonies, the way they're currently charged. Also, you were charged with 1 count of possession of marijuana less than 20 and possession of drug paraphernalia. Those are both misdemeanors, the way they're currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I set you a bond, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County, sir?
Yes, sir, I do.
How long you been here?
Total, almost 3 years now, sir.
Okay, good long time then. That's good. What do you do for a living?
I'm a painter. I work for Trevor Payton.
Okay, all right, good deal. Deputy, what kind of criminal history does he have?
24 fugitive of justice, 23 fugitive of justice, 2021 FTA, 2013 uttering forged documents. Oh, I'm sorry, 2018 possession of forged documents ×2, 2017 possession of paraphernalia, FTA, possession of marijuana, CC fraud ×2, DSP, so I don't know what that means, ×2, possession forged. What else we got here? VOP, PWC, VOP, UFI, 2009 child support, 2009 worthless checks, 2009 uttering forged instruments.
Okay. I think I got what I need. Mr. Wiggs, does that sound accurate in terms of your criminal history, at least in terms of charges?
Yes, sir, I believe so.
Okay, all right. Are you currently on any kind of probation or release status right now?
No, sir, I'm not.
Okay. Not out on bond or anything pending, correct?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. You're eligible for bonds in these cases. I'll certainly set those. So on the possession of controlled substance in the first count, I'm gonna set your bond at $2,500. On the second count, I'm gonna set it also at $2,500. On the possession of marijuana less than 20, I'm gonna set your bond at $500. And on the paraphernalia, I'm gonna set your bond at $500. So that's a total bond amount then of $6,000. If you make that bond, you'll report to the pretrial release office by 9 a.m. the next business day. You'll also be subject to random UAs as directed. And importantly, your next court date on these charges will be February 26th at 9 a.m. So be sure to be back in court February 26th, 9 a.m. That is one of my arraignment days, Mr. Wiggs. So that means you'll see me again on that date, and hopefully we can get the case resolved for you then, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, good morning, sir. Tell me your name, please.
I'm Tori Keith.
All right, Mr. Keith, good morning. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged with that one count of possession of cocaine. It's a third-degree felony. The way it's currently charged, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to a lawyer. I will appoint the public defender to represent you, so you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I set this bond for you today, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work in Bay County?
Yes, sir.
How long you been here?
Born and raised.
Okay, and where do you work?
The Grand Marlin.
Okay, all right. Then deputy, any criminal history I should know about?
None.
No history at all? Okay. All right, Mr. Keith, on this possession of controlled substance charge, set your bond at $2,500. If you make that bond, you'll report to the pretrial release office by 9 a.m. the next business day. You'll also be subject to random UAs as directed. Your next court date in this case will be March 12th at 9 a.m. That's March 12th at 9 a.m. Be sure to be back in court then, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good luck. All right, sir, tell me your name, please. All right, Mr. Wilson, good morning to you. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged with violating the terms of your felony probation. Looking at the face of the warrant here, it looks like you were on felony probation with Judge Gay for an underlying felony of failure to return leased equipment. She's already signed a warrant for you indicating that she wants you held without bond until you can be brought back before her. I will tell you today that you do have the right to a lawyer. I will go ahead and appoint a lawyer to represent you. So the public defender's office will do that for you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. You also, of course, have the right to remain silent. But since Judge Gay has already ordered that you be held without bond, that's what the court is going to do today. I'm simply going to order that you be held without bond on this VOP allegation. Your next court date on this VOP to see Judge Gay will be March 4th at 9 a.m. Okay, March 4th at 9 a.m. Do you have any questions, Mr. Wilson?
Yes, sir. Just one quick question. So I paid my bond in Seminole County. That's where I transferred my probation from to. And they set my court date for the 10th or 12th of February. And I'm wondering, like, will they be alerted that I'm here at this county so they don't give me FTA?
Well, if wait, go back, ask your question. You mean you have a warrant, a court date on February 12th out of another county, or a court date February 12th here in Bay County?
Sorry, all right, I wasn't clear enough. So I transferred my probation to Seminole County, which is second.
You transferred this probation for supervision down to Seminole. I follow. Okay.
Yes, sir. And so when I caught this next charge, I was arrested there and they gave me bond and I went ahead and bonded out so I can come here.
So you say when you caught this next charge, so I'm looking here at the VOP warrant. The VOP warrant says you were arrested down in Seminole County for a domestic violence battery charge down there. And that's what you bonded out on down there. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here's how that works. You are out on bond down there. You might want to get in touch with your lawyer for down there and let them know you're held without bond up here, that charge violated the terms of your felony probation. Of course, none of us up here can control what happens in Seminole County. It would be up to you to contact your lawyer down there and get them word that you're held without bond up here on your VOP, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir, it does.
All right, very good. Make sure to be in court on this felony VOP March 4th to see Judge Gay. Hopefully you can resolve this one at that time, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
That concludes it, sir.
All right, thank y'all. Appreciate your work as always, okay?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, what do we want to do with the juvenile?
You talking about Miss Brown that was in the hospital?
No, not the adults, the juvenile. Do you want me to text them and tell them we're ready to do that, or how do you want to handle that?
Yeah, give me a couple of minutes because I mean, literally, they sent me the email about the juvenile first appearance as I was walking into the courtroom here. So I haven't even had a chance to pull that paperwork. I don't know why they waited till literally like 2 minutes before.
Yeah, I
But give
don't
me
either.
just a few minutes to review the PC affidavit and all of that. And then I'll jump over on the juvenile first appearance in about 5 minutes or so.
Okay, I'm gonna text JPO Myers and let him know that, okay?
10-4, that sounds perfect. Then we'll see y'all over there in 5 or so minutes, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, no problem. All right. That'll conclude the adult ones then. And Mac, before we go, if that female Cassandra Brown, Marie Reyes, I guess, who you said was in the hospital, do you want me to just put returnable to first appearance tomorrow and we'll just check her status?
Yes, sir. We don't have an update yet, so that's good.
Okay, so I'm just gonna check the boxes.